Hello everyone, welcome to the second part of your bar graph Thunkable app. In this part, I'm going to walk you through the app creation process on Thunkable and how to link the spreadsheet that we've earlier created with the bar graph onto our app. So this is what the interface for you would look like. The center is basically the viewer where you can visualize how each component fits onto your screen or what the user interface would be like when they are experiencing the app. On the left side, we have the component tree. This component tree tells you about the different components that have been added to the screen. Now, where do you add components from? So, this is this area where you can search for different components or look at these components from here and simply drag and drop them onto your screen. On the right side, we have properties. So whatever component you've added to your screen, you will be able to see the properties of that particular component here. So let's get started. Now, the first step would be to drag a label onto the screen, and as you drag a label onto the screen, you see your component tree is populated with the details of it, that okay, label 1 has been added to it. Now currently the labels text reads labels, so you can change it to give insight of what the app is about. Let's say it's about favorite subject data. Now, after adding the label onto your screen, you can also drag and drop an image onto the screen, sort of rearrange your label, and then this image, you can populate the image with something that's closely related to the topic. Also, if I go to the label properties, there are so many things that I can do with my label. I can make the text bold, italic. I can align the text in the center. This, and then this is what my layout looks like. I can change it to stretch, float in place, make it visible in the beginning, definitely. I can also add a background color to my label if I want, add a border here and whatnot. I can change the font size as well. Alright, so we add a label, we add an image onto the screen. You can simply go over to here, upload a file, an image, or if it's online, you can also type in the URL, copy paste the URL, and that image would be visible here. Now, another thing that you would want to add is probably your school's name or your name, for which you can drag and drop another label here at the bottom and populate it with your name or school's name or your group's name or whatever you feel like. Other than that, I think what this page is missing is another button that would link it to screen 2. So I drag and drop a button here. Now I can also change properties of the button where I change, now this button reads button, I can change it to let's get started or click to move. And then I can select a font from here, choose a different text color, and choose a background color for this button, add a border to it or a shadow to it. Basically, whatever changes I want to make to this button, I can do that here. So these are the components that I've added onto my screen 1. Now time to add another screen. So I add another screen, and this is what my screen 2 looks like. I can navigate between screen 1 and screen 2 by simply clicking it on top over here. And now let's populate screen 2 also with a label, a data viewers list. and two buttons. One would be refresh and the other would be view bar graph, which is supposed to be taking us onto the next slide. So I'll show you how you can add a data viewers list. You add it onto the screen. Basically, you create three screens. One would be your intro. The second screen would be where you can see the data in text. And then the third screen would be where you see it in the term of a bar graph. Now, I'm going to show you a completed version of it. So this is what it looks like after changing the backdrop. Oh, yeah. So this is what it looks like after changing the backdrop, probably adding an image, and it says here app by Eddie. There's a button here that says let's begin. What's supposed to happen is when users tap on this button, they're supposed to be directed to screen 2. Now screen 2 has favorite subject data, and then there are two buttons here. One is to refresh it and the other is to view bar graph. Refresh is for when some changes have been made to the sheet. We want them to be reflected here, so that's why we've added the refresh button. And the view bar graph button is supposed to take us to the next screen that would then have the bar graph of it. Currently it would not look like this for you because we are yet to link um, our data viewers list to the spreadsheets. So this is what the component tree would look like for you. That's it for this part of the video. You can add the components, design your app whichever way you want. In the next and the last part of the video, I'm going to walk you through programming on how to program each button or each thing here such that your app is functional. Thanks.